About making them laugh. That's a huge thing.
But I've only been in about 7 relationships.
So that they don't notice when you drop the Rohypnol in. They start laughing.
Exactly.
And you're just like, yeah.
They'll notice the subtle movements of your hand over their drink, and then they won't drink it, and the whole night's lost. Because then you have to leave that bar.
And then you're down $50 worth of Rohypnol again.
Exactly. And then it's just a waste, and you bring that drink to another bar and set it in front of someone else. It's
main event of the evening.
This will be my last show for a little while.
I know. You're like, they're all Kyle episodes. I'm all contraire.
Tune in next week for a look at how that's not the case. Yes. I wonder if you can get Amazon deliveries to jail.
No, you cannot get Amazon deliveries to jail.
As long as it goes to the front office and they're like, well, these guys teaching me a lot about Hitler. I didn't know. And then you get further and further down that line.
Yeah, I'm bringing my manifesto with me. You know, that thing I read on the show about the Holocaust. I think that is going to really, really elevate me several levels once I get in there. When they hear my take on that, I'm going to be one of the guys.
We got 2 special guests because Kyle's in prison. We've got Tucker
not
and
a joke.
Webb.
Why is that funny?
That's not a joke. That's you guys really took this prison bit far, huh?
Yeah,
Dude,
really all the way.
How are you going to survive, right?
Ready.
Everybody.
Yeah,
But what if?
squats,
But now you're just a
bench.
hot, fit bod. Like then, now, like you're more likely to get raped, aren't you?
Maybe Taylor, our
that's-
goal should
there's
be
a-
the raper. We should be the raper.
There's a fork in the road.
No,
No, you don't want to be the. This is a defensive maneuver.
defend.
Don't you
defend
judge me.
yourself.
Rape
That's
the
all.
raper.
I'm also doing a ton of kegels. I'll be able to snap any rapist cock off in my ass on first entry.
Wait, aren't kegels for dudes? Your urethra?
No, I do anal kegels.
Like
You know what would be
innocent in jail.
hilarious is if Kyle got raped by a guy who committed tax fraud. Like not even a hard crime, like a guy who just made mistakes in his taxes, goes to prison and turns into a rapist from the peer pressure. So used to getting picked on and given boring Excel documents. I don't get to rape anyone at work. It's like, no, maybe it's good this guy made a tax mistake. I think he wasn't taking time bomb.
It was complicated because I was cheating on my wife and she didn't know. And so I had to because I deleted everything.
I can't remember what it was called, but it's pictures of these women who are not fat. They're not obese. They're not morbidly obese. They are deathly ill with fat to the point that they can't stand up. Like their bodies have that like weird fruit been laying too long on its side shape where it gets permanently deformed. Yeah. And in the comments, it'll be like, yeah, eat another pie and die, you fat fuck. And it's like mean stuff like that. I'm going to make a burner and participate. It seems like a blast.
Just know that somebody's probably masturbating to your comment when you do it because
I wouldn't do it otherwise.
Yeah.
Some fun and look at this.
Murder the darkness in the night with Night Knife.
To go if you want to get yourself an aquarium.
Let's be on the way to work. Kyle's showing his underwear.
Meanest thing. I don't know. I guess I made fun of that girl in school that had the cane and all, but not to her face.
Then it doesn't even count.
Well, I did do sort of like replicate her walk with an imaginary cane.
Behind her?
Yes. And I referred to her as Cane Girl, but not to her face because I still don't know her name.
One time I beat up a guy over nothing. It felt somehow not chivalrous.
I was like 14 or 15. I love how like mine was so horrible. Nobody said anything.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I didn't think it was that horrible.
You're like, you made fun of Cane Girl? I know her.
Yeah, good old Cane Girl. 5 years ago, I was walking through a grocery store, and this elderly woman was offering bagel bites. And she had just finished one batch, was turning around to get the next sleeve out, and I took all of them. And I left. Didn't buy any bagel bites, but I took like 9.
You had 9.
And so I didn't stick around, but I could just picture her turning around like, oh, someone wants to try my bagel bites, and then, oh, Jesus, like, where have they gone?
I was driving the car one time when my cousin threw a barbecue, a packet of McDonald's barbecue sauce and hit this guy who was riding a bicycle with it. He was wearing this big poofy white coat that my cousin felt was offensive to him anyway. And so we singled him out. He was dressed funny. And we didn't like that, so we went and sauced him. That was pretty mean.
If I'm gonna jelly ass someone, I need full faith and confidence that your ass is in a state that is appropriate for jellying, right?
Oh, ass is always ready for jelly time. That's
yeah, that's where,
like that,
that's where I do my jelly assing, I think.
If I were to jelly ass, it'd be in the shower.
He's in prison, so toss my salad, let him eat me, you know, we straight. That's it. 2 of them owe me money, right? So I knew I couldn't get them together. So what I did, I got one day on the Saturday. I sucked his dick in the closet. You know what I'm saying? I sucked his dick. You know, I had his pants down. He helpless. That's it. He's helpless, right? His dick hard. I'm sucking on it, right? I can't right up and I cut him.
Jesus.
Man in the closet. He didn't tell, but he couldn't explain. How could he explain that a fag sucking his dick and come up and cut him? He couldn't explain that. There's no way in hell he could explain that.
I forgot about that.
That's some real dedicated hate right there. That is a whole new... He hated that guy so much that he sucked his dick.
But wait.
If I could travel in time, I definitely would never travel and kill Hitler. People always say that. People always think that like a Jew would go back and kill Hitler if they could. You know, I wouldn't do that. You know, let him do his thing.
I don't get it. Like, what the fuck are you doing out there? I hate it. Every now and then they talk about global warming by this year. They show the water levels rising. And I'm like, that ought to kill all the worst people in the world. All right, now we're talking. You kill if we could wipe out all those beachgoers by raising the sea levels 15 feet or something like that. Good. I'll spray. Give me some more aerosol cans. I'll drive an F-250.
Yeah.
I feel like the Chinese are more our enemy than like the Iraqis or everywhere. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the Chinese are actively every day trying to undermine our way of life in every way they can. In the order that I would want them to be destroyed.
Eradicated.
Oh, okay, so worst to best.
Like number one draft. First, I want the meteorite to hit China. I feel like only because I feel like that would really help us out the world stage.
Ireland, we could kill anytime we want to. Right?
Yeah.
We don't need meteorite help. Yeah, at Ireland.
One submarine. The U.S. could send one submarine and wipe Ireland off the map. Mm-hmm. And pick any of those other lands over there. Them too.
Scotland.
England. All of them. Yeah. Wales too. The island of Man. We'd come over. We'd wipe all that shit out, and we'd come over there, and we'd find a simple way for figuring out what was what. There'd be no weird islands off there.
All of a sudden, it'd be 4 states, little country, problem solved.
Yeah. Just be America 2. It's all of this. Like just a big circle on the map. No subdivisions and UKs and we're not a part of that. We're actually different. Nobody gives a shit. Like every time that comes up online and it's like, oh, you think that the regular Ireland is a part of the UK? And it's like, yeah, because you don't understand that nobody fucking cares. It's like me telling you like, oh, you don't know that Idaho is west of Montana. Like that's the level of.
So Ireland would be number 2. Get the meteorite to hit there next, and I think number 3 would be Hawaii. And
but
that's
Hawaii,
not saying that
I got a thing about Hawaii. Hawaii doesn't need a meteorite. They need a plague that attacks only Hawaiians, right?
No, the volcano just needs to erupt. Go Pompeii on all of those fuckers. And like the reason I'll go to Hawaii is the Hawaiians.
No, there are good
I'm not
Hawaiians.
For the Hawaii hate. I like Hawaii. I've been there. It's nice.
They're very.
I like that landmass. That's a cool place.
That landmass.
Different than Woody hating people who came to Jersey for the fine land there to see the ocean.
I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do? Like I've known him for 6 years now. I can't get rid of him now. He's an asshole. We're all assholes to some level.
You know, we're interacting with wait staff and just people in the service industry.
Wait, you were putting me as most asshole?
I think I gotta because those people are making less than minimum wage and work off tips.
I feel like he does it unintentionally though, but I think that still makes you an asshole.
Worse.
I think
that's true. That's
just in his nature.
No, it's not. It's not.
He's an all-natural asshole.
Yeah, organic.
It's not.
He's
fair.
not having a bad day. He's a bad guy.
Woody is a no GMO asshole.
Non-GMO, farm raised from the earth asshole.
I've looked down at people from way before it was appropriate to do so. I've always felt this way.
Fishermen, wait staff, people on planes. He throws up next to them. Come on, who does that?
Oh, I feel
really,
so
go to the
bad.
bathroom.
Oh,
Woody
God.
had, one time he said, the real reason that I throw up on planes is because I have to sit next to those poor people.
I heard him say that's true.
I had to share a bathroom with a mechanic. A mechanic, Kyle. A man who works with bare hands.
It's never happened.
No, absolutely not. I vomit. I vomit at the thought of it. Kyle. That's what he said to me.
That's true. He told me that he requests that his seatmate writes down his net worth on those little napkins, and if it's not up to snuff, he just guffaws and puts his little blinders on.
He just starts gagging.
Wait, what did he say?
When you spat in that one guy's face?
He spat in that guy's face, that blind guy. He wouldn't get. Woody was like, "Excuse me," and the guy was like, "What?" And Woody,
the
Woody
crossing thing has the time on it. It was 10:98. It was past that, or the guy was still on the road, and Woody's honking. He got out of the car and spat in this blind man's face. Like, come on, buddy, we've got work to do.
There are people out there who believe this.
GDP.
I saw Woody put $1 in a homeless guy's cup to take out 4 quarters because the vending machine nearby wasn't accepting dollars. That was the only reason. Have you ever just been standing, like at a Chick-fil-A or whatever, getting your food, and you're like, what would happen if I just cold cocked this guy for no reason?
Constantly.
Picture.
Sure,
I'll share it with the world.
My vanity knows no bounds.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and click.
Oh.
I hate that one.
Dude, that picture looks good. You don't hate it. It's been in your promotional material.
No, it hasn't.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
I swear.
I fucking love this picture.
On
It's
this show, I had a conversation about how much I hate that picture. That one in particular. That was taken by this scumbag Russian photographer at a machine gun shoot. It's not like
No.
what do they call them? Like
no, it wasn't. That was your high school.
No,
Your picture
no,
at the end
I did
of high
not.
school.
I didn't have any facial hair like that.
Jenna Marbles
Kyle is
prettier in real
also
life, too.
prettier in real life.
Kyle is prettier in real life than on the internet too. Merker, I don't
Exactly.
know if you're joking, but I saw Kyle at the
I
paintball
wasn't
event.
joking.
Kyle is at his peak hotness right now.
But I would be at a gas station playing their fucking arcade game or whatever, and a guy would come up to me and put his hands on me and be like, "Oh, I don't really like the way you play that game," and I'm like, "What is happening? Why am I like?"
That didn't happen.
What reality? That exact story happened. That's the easy part on Garland and my right, because I'm on the left-hand stick. He puts his hand on my back and then puts his right hand on my arm and says, "I really like the way you're playing that game."
Yeah. First started commuting on train. It's rocking side to side.
Aren't you glad we didn't fly?